A side story to a lot of this, or to this song, it was this close to not even coming out. It's the biggest song we've ever made, so it's kind of crazy. Just gotta go with your gut sometimes.
Nails, hair, hips, heels.
What's up, everybody? My name is Kofi Ajay. I'm one of the producers with Wii Made, and we co-produced the song Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels by Todrick Hall. And today I'm just gonna show you how we put that song together. 90% of the time he goes out for a walk, or he says sometimes he writes them in the shower, where he'll just come up with pretty much the whole song, or at least through the first chorus of the song, a cappella, and either record it on his phone or he'll just remember it, and then he'll come and bring it to us, and he'll record a demo for us on our computers, just straight a cappella, and then we kind of build around that. I actually think I have the version, the a cappella that he did, and it looks like it's good quality, so he probably did it in the studio, and then we exported it, and G recorded it in his studio, exported it to me, and then I built the beat around it. So all I remember is, like, he told us the vibe. The driving force is like that catchy bass line. So I wanted to have a catchy bass line as well. Another influence was a song that we've already done called All American. And he really always references that song a lot because he really likes the flavor of that song, and I did that one too. And so I just kind of went back to the same bass sound that I used in that song, because that bass sound kind of works in a lot of different genres. And definitely, I'm not sure if the bass line was the first thing I ever played, but it was definitely one of the first things I played. And the snaps I got from my, I make these kits in Ultrabeat via Logic. And so this is my actually snap kit, and it has a bunch of different snaps in it. So I just kind of rummage through to try to find the one that I feel like fits the best. I like to update these once a year because you get tired of using the same sounds over and over again. But this year I just put all these different snap samples in here. So every single note is a different snap sample, and it'll tell you right here which one it is. So now that drum fill, so it was really a percussion fill. This is a loop that I definitely chopped up because I rarely ever use loops in their entirety. So this is what this loop sounds like in its entirety. There's something I liked about it, and I took it and then just muted some spots, and after a while, I can almost assure you I didn't put this in that position the first time I heard it. Just keep looping things over and over again until you get a groove. What I like to do is just build it, and then break it down to make the individual sections. So we have the two loops, the kick. Where'd I get the kick from? I got the kick from Nicky Romero Kicks. I've actually reused this kick a few times on a bunch of different songs. And then I used a Slate Digital plugin to make it just sound more warm. It says 60 hertz subby, because I feel like without it, it was just a little too thin. Not enough bass on it, so I put these plugins on there. And then I also bounced this to audio as well.
Legs, face, eyes, thin waist, thick thighs. You, me, you, wish, new phone, who, this, legs.
And then, so this B section is probably my favorite part of the song. I think it was also the limitations of having I made most of this on a 12 to 15 key keyboard. It was super small, maybe this big. So this thing, let's see. Let me break down this song. This section has a lot of parts to it. And so I also have some pre-made kits in Arcade, and this is my vocal hands up loops. So every note has something different. So I could have used any one of these, but it just happened to be that sound. 19. Honestly, that one would have sounded dope too. And then the cool thing with Arcade is that you can manipulate a lot of these sounds by pressing these modifiers. I definitely wanted congos, like congo drums or bongos, some kind of percussion, because it just gives it that slightly old school flavor. This particular one has shaker and congos in it. So this is one I barely chopped up at all, you can tell. It just fit perfectly. The only difference between this part and the beginning part is that I went to the huge claps because it's the hook. So I wanted to just make it like bigger than it was in the beginning.
Nails, hair, hips, heels, ass, fat, lips, real, per, neck, hell, hip, heel, nails, hair, hips, heels, nails, hair, hips, heels, nails, hair, hips, heels.
Adding the 4 on the floor kick at the second half just to give it that extra oomph. But that drop of the kick, I'm not even sure exactly why I did it, but I think it just felt good. And then we just added a bunch of sound effects for whatever he was saying throughout the rest of the song. Some were added here, some were added after the fact with Jeep on his big computer. And honestly, that's the majority of the song. There were some parts that Todrick for sure wanted to accent. Todrick wanted certain effects or certain parts to be like softer than other parts. And so we just kind of just went with the direction after that. But I mean, after those first 2 iterations, the song was basically done. After that, it was just copy, paste, mute, unmute, add certain loops in, take some loops out. When I heard the concept of it being like the dance things and telling people what to do like on the dance floor, I was like, that's smart. I knew that was like a genius idea, but I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Not at all. I think it was like the timing of everything. It's when the stars align. It's like you can't necessarily say, I'm gonna go make a hit today. You should always be trying to make the best song you can make, but you just never know which one it's gonna be. You just don't. I feel like the fact that it dropped during Pride, the fact that the video is amazing, the fact that there hasn't been a song like this before, that it, and the catchy bass line and all that stuff, it just all aligned. Thank you guys for watching my breakdown of Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels. Again, my name is Kofi Ajay from We Dope Music Production Group. You can follow us at We Dope, WIIDOPE, And you can follow me specifically at Kofi A Music. That's KOFIA Music on Instagram and Twitter and everything like that.
Nails, hair, hips, heels, ass, fat, lips, real, purse, full, big bills, bitch, I'm a